Hello, hello, hello. Absolutely hello, everybody. It is Monday, and you know that must mean it's time for assembly. So, SC2 AI Assembly, we're going to be putting together. This is the weekly session where, as a group, we put together and build a open source project for the community and using mob programming. Now, a lot of this has been a test. There's a lot of things I'm still testing and still learning from it, but essentially the gist of it is uh, there is the pilot, co-pilot, and the mob. Now, if you're familiar with pair programming, it's essentially that, just with more people. Usually pair programming is like 2 people, but here doing mob programming, it's multiple people. And so it's open invite for members to join and be either the pilot and the navigator. Those of you on the stream, you get to be part of the mob. So you're going to help code this project together with suggestions. It's actually been quite fun. You guys have been really helpful putting together it. And if you've been along with us, this project is the micro Protoss bot. We did the Zerg bot, which is Nanny. This is the Protoss bot. And it's been a little touch and go. I admit it's been a little touch and go. This bot has had a bit of problems, mainly because we're building on the Eris framework, and the framework itself, we're testing a lot of things in this framework. We're discovering a lot of things while we're in the framework. The framework, we're kind of like a guinea pig for the framework. So if you remember, if you were here last week, you remember that I was, we were trying to get the stutter back to work, and that kind of like fell apart. And then Rasper went and he fixed it. It was a bug. It turns out a bug. So we spent a lot of time working on it, and there was just a bug with the framework. And then Rasper, and it's not his fault because I just discovered it and I didn't know, and no one had done it. So that's always a challenge with these things. So anyways, why would you want to do mob program? Why wouldn't you want to do this on your own? So a couple of the core things. Let's see if we can pop up or can we pop up our camera? Give me a second. Can we get that? All right. So, a couple things. So, share code ownership versus just code ownership. Obviously, when you're coding on your own, it's like you know it, and then if you want to like work with a team member, then you have to kind of explain it. Everybody, that code is not yours and it's not mine; it's ours. And there's some value in that, where everyone kind of knows it. Mentorship, which is the main thing, especially if I get somebody on here who is much better at coding than I am, I can learn from them. And if there's someone who is new to it, they can learn from me. So there's some value in that too. And that's kind of the hope. And then it's also, you're not coding on your own. I know, obviously, when you're coding, people like to be in the zone. I get it, because like, weirdly enough, I actually do a lot better coding when I'm not streaming, because I'm able to like think through it and like do whatever and go and get up and whatever. But, and I say this is a big but, with mob programming, group coding, there is a level of which you can kind of turn into a social thing. So, and we're working together. I don't know. That's fun. How we're gonna do it? So it's like I said earlier, similar to pair programming. Driver, the person who implements the code, focuses on the detail. Navigator, big picture. They kind of steer where the code is going, but they don't do any coding themselves. They don't tell the details. That's for the pilot to do. And then the mob, which is you guys, which is advisors. You make suggestions. You look over the code and you fix things that look weird. And that's just essentially it. There's easy peasy. Now, if you are part of the Versus AI, our membership, Protoss membership, you can jump here and be either a driver and navigate, and we'll be rotating every 10 minutes. And if there is none, it's just me. And that's okay. If it's just me, I'll do both. I'll do driver and navigator. I'll drop the link in the chat if you're interested in joining. If not, then you can just be a mob member and help overview the code. And this happens every Monday. Anyways, again, if you would switch every 20 minutes, I have a timer. So someone jumps in and they're like, I want to do some coding. We'll be using Visual Studio Code. The way we'll be using is Visual Studio Code. I'll be using live share in Visual Studio Code. So we'll be sharing. You'll be using your own code editor. I'll be using my code editor. I guess you will need to know Python. Actually, I don't think you have to know Python. If if you're able to like work with Python, I can, we can kind of like learn, work with it at that. Eris framework, you don't have to know the Eris framework because I don't know the Eris framework. I should say I built a bot in an Eris framework, but there's a lot I'm learning about the Eris framework. So don't feel intimidated by going into a framework you know nothing about. You don't know anything about the Eris framework, that's okay. That's like that's not the end of the world. And so it's a good, and it's also a really easy place to start learning, right? If you want to play around with the Eris framework, you don't have a bot from scratch. It's a good jumping off point. Okay, so, and I just realized, I don't know, hopefully that's not too small for you guys. I just realized that it's like super crazy small. So there we go. Hopefully it's a bit better. Okay, so I guess if that's it. Oh, hello, Dyson. Dyson returns number one in the mob group. Dyson return is always here with us doing in the mob. Maybe one day he'll join in either driver or navigator. But anyways, whenever and if ever that happens, I'll still be here. Okay. So I guess it's like we're gonna jump into it since the bot is not yet ready to go on the ladder. Normally I like to do a review of what the bot did on the ladder and then go into the code. But since this bot's not on the ladder, we will just jump right into the code. But let's do a review of the code, a bit review of the code, because again, I sometimes leave off. I did leave some notes for myself, and I just don't remember where I left those notes. Did we leave it in the actual code itself? Okay, no, we did not. We didn't leave it in the code. I didn't think I would. That'd be weird. I don't normally do that. So it's probably here in this notepad. So these are kind of like the to-dos. We are working on the fix stutter back. It was broken. So this is what we're doing today. Fix stutter back. I don't know. Is that on my thing? Okay, I'll actually put it as a goal because it's essentially the core thing we're working on today is fixing the stutter back. And Raspberry's already fixed it. So I tested it to make sure that it can work as it should work. So let's, sorry, I was going to make sure I get our goal set up. So we have the goal appropriately up there at the top. So our first goal today is to fix, wow, my typing is poor today. Fix stutter step back. And then we'll go back to separating the stocks into range, which was the kind of thing that we're going. And then fix ground grid to target. I think this was actually all part of the fixing starter back because I think we were kind of stuck. But anyways, we still have our main projects, overview here, which we will go back to if we get this done within the time. I do have a fixed dream time today. I know I always go over the time because I constantly am like, oh, one more line of code. But this time it is a fixed time. I do have to go after 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to get into it. I don't want to waste too much time. We'll just jump right into this coding. And if someone jumps into the Discord or jumps into the group here and wants to switch, I'm ready to go. So there won't be much downtime. Let's jump into it in the meantime until we get some joins. Okay. Let's pop up our coding music. I forgot to get water. Well, let's hope I don't die of thirst. Or if someone jumps and switches roles with me, I can get water. Or maybe I'll send for water. Maybe, okay, actually. Can I send for water? Okay, it's fine. I don't want to waste my time. We don't have much time. Oh, I'll get water. Somehow. Okay. So we have some notes. I got some notes from Raspberry. I was testing latest Eris update with Angler, a couple things mentioned before. Don't forget to rearrange. Ooh, my music just jumped into my ear. Music here. Turn that down just a bit. Okay. Okay. Don't forget to rearrange the logic to something like this. If enemy units, which is this? This must be in the, where is this? Okay, so it's actually it's in our stutter thing. Okay. So if enemy units group stutter back. So I guess he actually says I should do stutter back ahead of a move. Interesting. So it's like, don't forget to rearrange the logic, something is if enemy self-enemy units group maneuver add stutter back group units squad tags. Okay, so essentially, why did he use squad tags? Oh, was this our, this must have been something we were testing. R for R in range. Okay, group position, squad position. What is this group position? Okay, I'm gonna have to, so group position is squad position. And then else if a move. So I guess how it currently is only the a move ever gets executed. Another thing, this might cause a crash if target unit is none. A setup back won't be expecting it. Target unit equals ground unit 0 if oh, do I, oh, I have it here. That's why if target unit is close. Ah, I see. If ground unit else is none. You can fix it by ensuring target unit exists before trying to add that behavior. Okay. Whew. We got a bit of stuff to do in here. If enemy units and target units group maneuver add stun it back. Actually, probably simplified to check if target units. Okay, so we got some choices here. Oh, I just realized I was cutting off the text. So we have some choices here. His logic sense is like, I think it makes sense to me. What he's saying is that the way we have it is that it does the if it does the a move target. I wonder if I could, oh, we should turn as an else if, so that way if it's false it automatically will go to a move as a default, if as long as the first one's false. So that's simple. Let's pop that in there. This formatting is like brutal. Rip notepad. I'm actually, oh, and we're also gonna, just in case people don't know, I use Copilot a lot when I make code, but we're not gonna use it for that. I'm just gonna make sure it's ready for when I go. So we're just actually, we're gonna pop in all of the code that was suggested to us, and then we're gonna kind of play around with the logic, and because he gave ways for us to simplify it. So we're gonna take what he said and then add it. Okay. Now, if we took what he said, so now he said, oh, actually I need to put it so you can see it properly. Another thing that this might cause a crash if target unit is none. So this is what we got to fix. We got to fix this because our logic will probably crash. And that makes sense because right now we have that the target is target unit. And the target unit is if there's an enemy close unit. So we're not really checking for that. So that's a problem. Now that I kind of had a natural barrier that, yeah, I see why my logic was kind of flawed there, because before initially I was thinking that we would have it that we'd be attacking, and then automatically if a unit showed up, I didn't have like an if statement of like if they, wait, did I have that it was enemy unit? I guess it doesn't matter. So I said if there was enemy units, so if there was an enemy unit, then it would go into a thing. So, you know, if it's on enemy unit, then the, obviously in my mind, the closest unit would be there. Like it couldn't have a close unit, but you know, we were crashing, so that could actually be a part of the problem, that I didn't have any logic. So let's see through the suggestion again. Another thing that it might cause a crash if target unit is none, won't be expecting it. Target unit equals close if enemy is none. That's what we already have up here. You can fix it by ensuring target unit exists before trying to add the behavior. So I could go here, but I could also go if self enemy unit and, so instead of saying if, what if I say if, is that what you're suggesting? I should just say if target unit instead of self enemy unit. Maybe I should just say, yeah, I like this. What if I just do this? If target unit instead of going through this whole ring-a-baloo. Let's just go if target unit exists. So if there's a target unit, then it'll perform the stutter back. Let's do that. That's a lot easier. Let's just simplify it and just say if target unit. Perfect. I like that. I like that. Okay. Man, I got a good feeling about this. I think we could set our path. And then let's run. I think this is gonna work. Oh, did I update Eris? I might need to update the Eris code. Crap. Okay. This might crash. And I have to, because I have to update Eris. What? Okay, I was like, what happened there? Why was it taking so long to load? Okay. Meanwhile, while this is going, why don't we talk a little bit? How you all doing? Dyson, how are you? How's your day? How's everyone here? This actually might be a great time for me to call for water. Let me see if I can get someone to bring me water while this is loading up. All right, I just asked for water. Let's see if it'll come while this is loading up. Ooh, Dyson, you're gonna make like a little, oh, hold on. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Oh, guys, it worked. Look at that. Shit. Little wonky, but it worked. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see if I can get my water. Thank you. Okay, got me some water. What? Dyson, you're Vancouver? You're Canadian too? What? What? All right, people, booyah. We did it. We did it. Code works. Let's, we can say we fixed the stutter back. Fix stutter back. All right, so fix stutter back works. We got a fix stutter back. The bot died, but whatever. That's okay. Got a working. We got a working bot. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, it attacks. It really attacks. It's really cool. Let's just double check. And that's it. I think that's that's the main suggestion we got. So that is good to go. All right, let's get back to our regular where we were before. That was easy. I'm not used to it working right away for the first time. So wow. Okay, let's get into it then. Where are we next? What are we next to do in our into our goals? Okay. Okay, so the next step where we are going to work on is separate stalkers into range group. So actually that's it. That's it. We have stalkers currently are in range. Wait, I wasn't watching, but did our zealots didn't get affected by the stutter group back, right? So I did see the stalkers stutter back, but I wasn't paying attention to make sure the zealots weren't also caught into the stutter back. Because if they don't stutter back too, if the zealots just A move as they should, then this we've separated them to groups, and that's one of our big goals done. And we can move on to another big goal. Okay, so back into the chat. Nope. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so yeah, just the stalker stutter back. That's good. Yeah, wow, it won. Wow. like it's just a stock computer, so it's not like any crazy. And yeah, I am worried too that we didn't update Ares, so let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. I should have a script for updating Ares in here somewhere. There it is. Let's update Ares. Let's run this script. Let's update Ares right now. It worked though, so like now I've been coding a different bot for my bits of code series and it uses Ares, so I don't know. I don't think I'm using the same environment. It shouldn't be using the same environment, but who knows? Maybe they use the same environment and it works. Who knows? Okay, let's just update Ares here anyways. Hello, legend. It works. All right, resolving dependencies. Okay. Oh man, it's going on. It's still going on. Okay, this is going on longer than I was expecting. Oh, okay, it's done. Got keep hydrated. All right. So I would like to say that is our core goal done. We can cross that off. Whoops. Did it say that? Did it say did it say that we upgraded from 2.10 to 2.13? Where did you see that? I didn't see it say that. Oh, there's 2.13, but where were we before? Were we on 210? Maybe I don't know how that was, but we are on 2.13 now. I see that now, but yeah, I don't see 2.10 anywhere. Oh, here it is, 2.10. Okay, so yeah, we were like probably 3 updates behind. Ooh. It works still though. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, it says we're moving 2.10 and now we're 2.13. So that's good. We're updated. Cool. Let's get back into it then. I'm gonna cross off our core goal again. Give me a sec. I kind of moved my uh-oh. Crap. Sorry guys, I messed up something on my OBS and I'm hoping that I can undo it. Uh-oh. What if I go Control Z? Sorry. Yes. Okay. All right. Whew. Whew. When in doubt, undo. Okay. You guys didn't see it. It was on my end. So we fixed stutter step, and we separated them into 2 different groups. Okay. Let's get into our goals then. Get into the goals. Okay. So we'll cut off the stutter step. That's working. Does this have superscript? Okay, that's not important. I can just delete it. I don't really need to keep him. Change scout from group behavior to single. Okay, so this is a small to do. Not a big thing. We'll leave that to a day when we're just cleaning up stuff. Not a big deal. Fix the ground grid target group. This is actually no longer relevant because we're working. Okay. So separate stalkers into range group. React to the map. React from scouting. I'm gonna say this is done, but these subgroups are not done, and that's okay for now. I'm gonna actually leave them as is. React from enemy proximity to pylon. We could work on that right now. So we can actually start putting some, I think we can start putting some logic in that if the pylon is attacked, everyone kind of retreats. Maybe that's a good place to start. And then we have, if the scout dies, assign a new one. That's some logic we can put in there too. The enemies in defensive stance, attack the pylon to pull them. That's a little bit more advanced. We're not ready to do that just yet. I think we can start off here. Let's maybe proximity pylon. Okay. And we can react to the map. So this is going to be logic about maybe having to put together and then react from what the scout sees. Maybe this might be where we should go. I'm wondering if this is where we want to go. So we can maybe work with some sort of, maybe that's what we should do. React to them. Maybe not the map specifically. Like, I guess this was like, if I think I had it that we'd set different priorities based on the map, and then we had react from the scouting. So why don't we actually give some logic to where the bot goes, instead of right now we'd have it waiting. So why don't we get them to go to a specific spot in the map? This is actually part of the reacting to the map part, because we want our bot, we want our bot to maybe take a defensive stance in front of the pylon or on top of the, let's just get our map, let's get our bot to go to a certain spot. Let's see if we can get all the units to go to a certain spot on the map. And then that can probably keep us a couple of days, but let's get the positioning, because the part of this bot's biggest thing is its positioning. Its positioning is going to be a big thing, because we want our bot to have the advantage. Maybe let's pull up the map. Can we pull up these maps? I think if I have a copy of this map somewhere. What map are we on? What map are these? What maps are these? So this is Plateau Micro 1 and Bot Micro 6. Let's see if we can find these maps in the AI Arena wiki. If not, we'll maybe we can open it up in the editor. Let's see if I can find these maps, because we want our bot to go to a specific place. Hope I opened the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Where's the micro arena? Okay, found it. Woo. Thought they discontinued it. They discontinued the beginner ladder. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Man, I don't know if anyone else is. Sometimes it loads really slow. Oh, there's no link to this. I thought there was going to be a link. See if we can. Okay, so it's not going to work as like that. I'm going to have to maybe. Let's see if we can maybe open up the replay. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to. Let's see if we can open up the replay, and I'm going to pause it and then kind of map out where we want this to go. Because this is going to be a tough part, because I actually don't have much experience in this area of, I want to say it's pathfinding, but maybe setting up an area specifically for the bot to go. Now, I know that Rasper's bot uses this kind of positioning, so maybe we can learn from it, kind of see how he does it and see if we can learn something from there. I use it as an example. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll try that. Let's first pull up the map and then see. Hear that? Hear that, guys? Trent is telling you. Wow. Why is this not logged in? Now it has revealed my email onto stream. That's okay. I don't really use this email anyways. Okay. Hear that, guys? Trent's my cheerleader here. He's saying, or they're saying make sure you like the stream. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this goes. Open this up. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So on this map, I wish I had like a marker. Some couple cool areas might be positioning right around here. So if we position the bot right here, that could be pretty good. I like this area. Thanks, Trent. You're the best. Okay. Another area. Yeah, I think ideally we want to position here. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna want to maybe get our bot to take position here, which is just in front of the pylon. I don't really think of any other area. Like there's a choke point here, but it goes down into a down ramp, and that's not particularly. But if we lure people, actually, if we lure someone in here, this could actually be kind of good. Problem is though, a bot, any A move bot is just gonna go straight down the middle here and go straight for the pylon. So as much as this would be fun to kind of lure an enemy into this spot, you know what though? Let's we could probably code for this at some point. Like other locations, like for example, if there's no enemy, if our scout discovers there's no enemy, then we move from this position and we kind of move here. Might be something worth exploring. And then, yeah, for this area, this is probably the best spot. So let's go with that. What's the other map? Let's see if there's another map. So that's Micro Arena. And then what's the other map called? Plateau Micro. I don't know. Do I have Plateau Micro? Do I have any of those? Plateau Micro. I guess it just recognizes as Micro Arena, so that's unfortunate. Okay. That's fine. Let's see if I can find a replay that has Plateau Micro. Hopefully it'll let me not have to log in this time, which would be ideal. And then if that's the case, we will just assess what Plateau is, and then see what we do there. Another thing we're going to do right now while this loads up, I'm going to actually go pull up we're going to pull up Eris's bot. I'm sorry, Rasper's other bot, and see, maybe get some reference from it. His bot's name is, what's his bot's name? His microbot's name. Oops. So, pull from Oops's code. Just play offline, please. Let's see if that will go. While that goes. Oh, it's also this. It's the same one. Same map. Okay. Anyways, let's go through Oops. See if we can learn something from it. If you guys remember, we watched some of Oops's games, and he has a really awesome way of he puts his units in a really interesting position. So maybe we can learn from that code and see if there's something we can, learn from, or just straight up take. And let's see how he organizes his. Oh, that's a replay. I guess it's kind of cool too. We can kind of see how the bot worked. Oh, this is the other map. Okay, hold on. This is the other map. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the other map. Why did they go up there? It's kind of odd. They just stutter step up into the high parts. Anyways, this is a really good choke point. This is actually a really, really good choke point. Oh, okay. So first order of business is we want them to go here. It'd be actually good if we have the stalkers land here, or the stalkers stand here. Stalkers stand here, and zealots occupy this place. Then we have the scout maybe go up front, so the non-scouts go here. The scout goes front, sees an enemy. If he sees an enemy, return back. We don't want to lose the scout. So if the enemy, we'll go back and actually make sure if the enemy sees a scout, come back. So we'll do that. And then we're gonna want to get there. Okay, so that will be our new goal from now. This is actually gonna be a multi-faceted goal. Is that a sight blocker? Are these sight blockers? Does this have it too? Ooh. That could be kind of cool. Like if we are able to, does that work as a sight blocker? Is that an actual sight blocker, or is that just like pretend sight blockers? Can I just, whoops. Let's do, can I just do vision? Can I just do vision of one? Kind of cool if that's just a sight blocker. If that's an actual sight blocker, or if they... Ooh, is this a sight blocker? I can't tell if my vision is blocked because I can't see, but I think it is a sight blocker. It'd be kind of cool if we figure out how the best way, if we get maybe the zealots to stand inside the sight blocker. Should we get all the zealots to line up in here? We send a scout in here. And then maybe even if we get the actually get the stalkers onto the high ground, zealots onto the low ground, that could be kind of cool. I think this is a sight blocker, and so we'll do that. Now I'm getting a little technical here in a thing that I don't know how to do, but we'll figure it out together, because it's going to be kind of cool if we can get the zealots to go into the sight blocker, the stalkers to stand on the high ground, and then the scout to go out. If the scout sees something, retreat and pull back into the sight blocker. Let's do that. I like that. That's a good plan. Let's see. Let's let this play out for a sec. Oh, do they not have high vision? Tell me you do not have the vision on the high ground. Yeah, look at that. That can be kind of cool. So we got the stalkers in there. It is a sight blocker. That's good. That's a good. Man, this map's actually pretty coolly designed. I wonder if, like, it's obviously deliberate, but yeah, that'd be really good. We get the zealots into the sight blocker. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into this. I'm excited. That could be really fun. Exit out of here. I'm gonna set our goal. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we won't finish this today because this is something that's gonna require research. I am actually not very versed in manipulating the map and the units. That's not something I have had a lot of experience with, so you gotta learn with me. And so, okay, so a goal will be to react to the map. So react to the map, and that was map specific. We're essentially just taking it straight from our goals from what we said. React to the map specific, and react from scout. So we're gonna have these as our two goals. We're actually following our plan pretty specifically. So that's actually what we're doing. We're gonna actually react to the map, and then hopefully you guys are seeing this as I'm typing. If not, I'll information. And then we're gonna react from scouting. So we do both those two things. All right, cool. Oh, that's why you can't see this thing is in the way. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do react from scouting because that's super easy and I know what to do for that. So let's go straight into the logic of our scout bot. Actually, before we do anything, let's do a push a commit. So what did we do? We updated errors, commit, and then fixed what did we do here? We don't need to run py. You know, we're gonna do a little bit of upkeep, try to be as clean as possible. Fixed, stutter, group, back, reworked, control, range, pack, logic. All right. Toss it in there, commit. Let's push the change. Let's push that change. We'll start off here. Perfect. Hello, John C. Just came just in time. We're jumping into it. Let's go to the scout. So what did we call our scout? Scout. All right, control scout. All right, so we say if not self enemy unit and self time. Okay. So we said if not enemy self time. Let's fix this logic, because this logic is what's kind of controlling it. Why don't we do the same thing? Why don't we have it as if there's an enemy, return back. So let's start off with our. Let's use similar logic as our other thing. Let's go and say. If I don't want to get myself confused. So let's say if an enemy, so quote, if enemy exists, return. Let's say for now, go back to our start location. Go back to our start location. If not enemy, go towards the center. And if there's none of that, attack. Oh, so then we don't need to do the group maneuver. What would be the good situation? We want the scout to go, but we don't want it to always be go, because we want it to be eventually, if the rest of the zealots return back to if the rest of the zealots commit, we want it to commit as well. Oh, okay. So what we might want to do from this, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking it through out loud, is we want the zealot to go forward. If it doesn't see an enemy, if there's no enemy, go towards the main base, go towards the starting location. If there's an enemy, we want it to come back. Right now our current logic says if there's no enemy and it's less than 10 seconds in. Actually, this logic might be fine, because if we're like, if there's no enemy, and then we could maybe just say, if there's no enemy and it's 10 seconds in, go towards the center of the map, which is how we're having a scouting. But if there is an enemy, maybe else if come back to the, maybe if we have a else if. We don't want to lock it up. We will say, if there's no enemy and the time is less than 20 seconds in the game, go towards go towards the center. But if you see an enemy, we can't do that, because then even if he sees an enemy, then this will no longer be true, and then it won't go to the next spot. So maybe we should change the logic to say if there's an enemy, because we only want it to be scouting the first 20 seconds of the game. Let's say let's just start coding, and then I'll figure out the logic as I go. All right. So, that's this signing. So if not enemy, self enemy unit and target times less than 20. Why don't we go? That's where the target is. Else the target. Oh, that's what we do. We change the target based on what happens. And then we have it that's always doing a move towards. Oh, I see. So we just change the target based on whatever thing we just keep, but we keep a move as the primary thing. So we could probably change up the logic. So if we say if the time's less than 20 seconds, go towards, if it's less than 20 seconds, and then we go, if self.enemy unit exists, target is self dot starting location. How does it go again? Start location. Does this logic track? Do you guys think this logic tracks? Hold on. So if it's less than 20 seconds, go towards, that might actually confuse the thing. Hold on. It might need to be an else if statement. This actually might need to be an else if. So that actually need to be an else if. So if we're like, and then we like, so we're like, actually I need to put that back. So if not self dot enemy units and self time is less than 20. So else if there's an enemy unit, go to your starting location, and everything else towards a enemy start location. Okay, not bad. We also want to add, let's add, did we add the enemy units to pylon as a, so we have our pylon. We did not add the enemy's pylon, so we should actually put, I guess we have target. We have targets, so we could probably just, because we don't know if the pylon exists yet. So what we could say is, we'll have to put group logic later, because what we want is this to go, and then when everyone else attacks together, attacks the pylon. But for now, let's see if this logic tracks. Best way to do is put it in the world. So what we said is, if enemy units, if there's no enemy units and the time is less than 20 seconds, go. So that means if the time is over 20 seconds, this fails, and it goes to else if there's enemy. Okay, yeah, this should work. This should work. Oh, what the hell? What's happened? This should work. Because essentially, if there's an enemy unit, if it sees an enemy unit, we want it to run away, run back, and then that will change when we strategic location. Okay, so that should work, because we're gonna want that, and then we're gonna actually take from Rasper while this is loading. Is it still loading? Okay, while it's loading, let's see how high ground combat, protect position combat. Oh, okay, let's see what's happening here. Is that our bot? Ooh, that crashed. Our logic, all right, did not like our logic. Rip. Doesn't even say, it just crashed. So I think our logic just killed it. Oh wait, maybe I just have, wait, oh, this is in the bat there. That's better. May not have, that might have just been bad indentation. Okay, let's dig through what Rasper has here. High ground combat. Retreat from high ground. Man, these bots are so advanced. Oh god. Okay. High ground behaviors. He created himself a high ground. Oh, here it is. Here's his method. Move to point 2. How did he put this point 2? Okay, so we'll see how Rasper did how he gave his units their locations, and we'll kind of take that, and then we'll come back to this eventually. There's some cool stuff in here we could probably borrow from. Okay, let's see how this works. Seize a unit. Oh, still crashed. Okay. So it wasn't the indentation, it was the logic. The logic is not good. My scout logic is not optimized. So let's talk about what happened here. So we said, okay, if not enemy unit and the self is less than 20 seconds. So no enemy unit, it goes towards the center of the map. But if it sees an enemy unit, so if there's no enemy unit, it goes to the center of the map. If it's over 20 seconds, and if it's over 20 seconds, then this no longer applies. Then this applies. Sees if there's an enemy unit. If there's no enemy unit, so if it doesn't see an enemy unit, it then returns back to it. It goes towards the enemy start location. This should work though. I don't understand what's because all we're doing is setting the target. Should I put the whole thing in there? I think I feel like we should just be able to start the target. Because what we're doing is we're just cycling what target equals, right? Okay, let's comment this out. Let's double check. This I don't know why my logic shouldn't work here. It makes sense in my head. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I see. Oh my god, you're gonna drive me nuts, aren't you? Okay. Comment out. Oh my god. Comment. I know my comments work. What's happening here? Okay. I'm just gonna take it out for now. I don't know why. My commenting, I don't know why. All right. Just take this out for a second. See, John C, you are correct. I'll be honest. I've been told many times I need to use debuggers to set the point and do it. You know what? Maybe this is a great time. This is actually a good time to do that, to learn to use debugging. I should feel comfortable learning to use debugging even on stream. Let's since this is already running, we'll go there. If not, the debugger. It's actually a core programming skill that I should be learning, but I haven't learned. So let's first see. Yeah, so it is that logic. That logic is flawed because it obviously worked here. Oh snap! It worked. Okay, so it is that logic. That logic is causing problems. But I should learn the debugger. So that's a lesson learned here. Something's up with my logic here. Why don't we say else if enemy unit exists and self well, see, that's what I normally do. I use prints. I should highlight what John's saying because he's actually saying some useful stuff here for people to see. You know, he's like set a breakpoint to step through to find the crash. So a lot of coders do use it, and I've been told by other bot makers that I should do that. And I'll be honest, I couldn't get to figure it out the first time. I tried a couple of times. I don't know. But if we run into another problem, I will struggle here on stream. As long as you guys are there to help me, I'll struggle on stream and figure out how to get the debugger to work. And then I'm sure like all you guys who are actual coders are like this. That's the simplest thing ever, and you should know it basically. I'm self-taught, so there's some things that many people who learn coding will be like, oh, that's super easy. You should know how to do that. And I just don't know because I just, everything I learned, I just kind of stumble into it. So I normally just use print statements, and I just print everything. As old school as that might sound to some. Okay. So let's say if the self.time is also under 20 seconds. All right, let's try it now. Let's do it. So right click. So right click on the left, right click on the left by numbers and insert breakpoint. So let's say, do I put it, where do I, does it matter which number I put it on? Because I'm gonna guess it's, nope, that is not what I wanted to do. I think I have to, let's try here. Add breakpoint. Oh, you can do conditional breakpoint, triggered breakpoints. Let's just do like a regular breakpoint and see what happens. And then I just, do I just run it? Let's see what happens if I just run it. I don't know what this is gonna do, but let's find out. I watched a YouTube video on it and I couldn't, it seemed so simple, but it didn't do what the YouTube video said it was gonna do. So let's, I don't know what this is, or what we're about to find out what happens. Oh, it stops there. Oh, I see. So that you can, oh. So it doesn't run the extra pieces of code. So you can create different breakpoints so it will stop at that point as opposed to continuously. So you can narrow down what's causing the code. Ah. Oh, how, it shows me the programming data. How? Where? Okay, I'm assuming this is gonna die. This might break. Yeah, okay, so it broke. How do I see that? How do I see, what if I insert the breakpoint here? And then can I remove this breakpoint? Can I click and remove this breakpoint and then put it above here? If I go add breakpoint here and then run it again, will it just work as, will it just work? So it broke before the breakpoint. Okay, that's a good news. What if I put it on right above where I think is the code? Ah. So wait, you said it peaks. It shows the data. Where can I see that? I'd like to see data. Okay, but let's see what happens. Oh, but it did crash still. Weird. Okay, what if we put it above this logic? Okay, let's get rid of this breakpoint and let's put it above here and see what happens. When it stops, you can hover over the parameters and find it. So should the game just freeze? Should the game freeze when it runs? Because I guess this is the part. I guess this is what I got confused about, because I don't know when the breakpoint happens and it runs. I thought the code would just kind of stop and the game would kind of stop. I'm not sure running from terminal utilizes the debugger. Ah, let's see. Okay, so can we see what happens if I run it from? Oh, maybe one of these will help us. Okay, so that explains why I couldn't get it to work, because I think Dyson is correct, because I tried this before while trying to, I watched YouTube videos and it didn't do what I saw in the YouTube videos. So it might be that I'm not Python. So should I do this? Let's find out. So run Python file in dedicated terminal, run Python debugger Python file. Python debug using launch.json. I'm gonna say, let's try this and see what happens. I don't know what this is gonna do. Oh, I don't know if it likes, I don't think it likes, yeah, okay, so it did not like what here, and I think it doesn't like the Eris module. And that's probably because it's running as a sub module, I guess. So we might have problems running it from the normal menu because I think because we're using so again, because we are using poetry. Okay, so we're a little stuck here with the debugger. If I push stop, will this end it? Okay, cool, that stops it. That's not the worst. It was worth a try. There's a lot of great suggestions in here. So I honestly, guys, I think you guys made some great suggestions. I might have to ask. Thing is, I could ask Rasper, but I know he uses PyCharm. He doesn't use Visual Studio Code. So maybe this is a thing I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, take offline and figure it myself. Because, yeah. You know what though? If you guys figure it out, I'm gonna let me put the Git in here. If you guys figure it out, if you give me suggestions, come back next week, let me know. Or if you're in one of our members in Discord, drop me a DM, and then I'm gonna drop the Git in here. So you have our Git hub. Oh, actually, what's this one specific? Let me find this one specific GitHub. I'll put it in the chat. And if you want to look at this code later on and give me suggestions, because if I do that, it's gonna take up. If I start work on this now, it's gonna take me all day, and we're gonna eat up all our time. I only got 20 minutes. I want to get some more progress done before I go today. So I'm gonna go back into the main code and make sure we get a little bit progress going. And then this was actually, debug was a good suggestion. You're not the first ones that told me to use the debugger, I think, but I'm happy to know that it wasn't just that I couldn't understand the tutorial, because I was clicking on this and I couldn't get it to work, and I was like, what's going on? Why is it not working for me? But it is probably because I can't get it to run from here, and no. I have a bad habit. Sometimes I'll get like really captivated on a problem and I'll try to fix it and I'll sidetrack myself. But let's try to make some progress. I'm gonna drop AngularBot's Git in AngularBot's Git here. I actually could probably also ask ChatGPT later and ask it to help me get it working, and it probably can figure it out. So anyways, let's make some progress here. Let's fix our logic for the scout. Let's go back to the scout. We do know that the behavior that's going wrong is my else if. We didn't know from our breakpoint. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. We will maybe tweak this a bit. So if there's no enemy, less than, go to the target center. Maybe start location is actually, you have to go start location with a 0. I don't think so, because start location is just one start location. That's weird. Start location should be start location. There isn't multiple start locations. Okay, but let's try it anyways. Let's try with a 0. There shouldn't be multiple start locations, but... And maybe there's no start locations. Maybe there's no start locations in the... Did I not use start location? Start location. Yeah. I've not used any start locations. Okay, let's find out. I mean, that might be the problem. It just doesn't like the start location that I put. The start location I put without the 0. But I could have sworn you don't have to put 0 for start location, because there's only one start location. But maybe I could be totally wrong and misremembering it. Let's find out shortly. Okay. Meanwhile, while this is loading. All right, let's see. Let's see if it crashes again. Okay. Yeah, so it's not start location. Huh. So maybe it's not the. So let's test. Let's again, let's like I could do a print statement, but I'm gonna do this instead. We're gonna actually just copy, see if it's our logic specifically, or if it's our location. Because if it's our logic, then that's one thing. If it's our location, it's another thing. So we'll process of elimination. If it's the logic, we'll change the logic. If it's location, we'll pick we'll pick a different location. Anyways, while this loads up, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, you know, here this is we're Probots. I'm Drekken. I'm here all Mondays, every Monday. Man, Zergs get a lot of units here. Ah, it's our location. It's not the logic. It's the location. Okay, so that got taken. That's solved. It's the location. So it's not the logic. It's the location. So we can so there's something up with our location. It doesn't like start location. Okay. Do we have we defined pylon? Okay, let's define pylon. Oh, I did. Here we go. Self.pylon. So let's say I have to be mindful because if I say target self.pylon, I might actually go back to my pylon and attack it. But let's choose somewhere else. Actually, can we go? Whoops. Okay, so self.control. The target that is passing through in the scout is target self game info center. Then let's go scout. Control scout. So let's say self.pylon dot we're under 20 seconds. Shouldn't it hit one of the first two ifs? Yeah, it should. And so but the ifs are gated by if there's an enemy unit and not an enemy unit. So if it sees an enemy unit, observation.raw player camera, if it loops equals 0. I don't know. I think we can, let's just first get it somewhere. Let's get it because it's not gonna be the main location. We're gonna let's say, okay, hold on, let me pull up. Whenever I doubt myself, I always bring up Nanny, because in Nanny I experimented with all sorts of things. So let's see what Nanny has here. How did it do start location? Or did I ever use start location? Did I only use the enemy start location? On start, blah, blah, blah. Huh. Maybe I never used the start location. Odd. Interesting. I guess I never used the start location. I guess that's why I never encountered this problem before. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll just set an offset. Can we do that? We'll set an offset. We'll maybe say go back to the pylon and then with an offset of xi. How did I use offset before? Or offset or pylon location. I did offset. All right. Well, to keep it simple, let's just say let's go back to the pylon, just to keep it simple. It's not the permanent location anyway, so it's not that big deal. So self dot pylon. Did I just call it self dot pylon? What is my variable? Self dot pylon. Perfect. Self dot pylon. Target is self dot pylon. That's it. No need. Let's keep that. Let's put a note. Not a permanent location. Just a placeholder. Target equals self dot pylon. Perfect. Let's make sure that works. Yeah, so what I do is game loads as my start location works. Oh, I see. Use where the game loads as your start location. Yeah, I think that might be overcomplicating what should, in my mind, be a simple solution of just your start location. But it's not the permanent solution, so it's not, I don't know, it's not worth digging into, because the idea is I just need it. Oh, it's the wrong window. The idea is I just need to make sure that the logic's working, and then we're gonna just work with different locations. We'll swap out a different location once we know the logic is working properly, and we figure out how the locations to work. Okay, so he goes in. Ugh. It doesn't even give me an error. It just crashes. So weird. I don't give an error. Huh. Maybe we can. We do. Sir. Oh, you know what? I think that's it. POS. I don't think it's gonna light up, but I think it should. I think that's the right thing. Is that we want the position, because we need to give it needs to be. We need to give it a 0.2. It needs to be a 0.2. I'm surprised it didn't say that though. It's odd that it wouldn't say needs a 0.2. I actually think it's position. I think I defaulted to POS, but I think it's actually position. Again, when in doubt, what did I do with Nanny? Position? Yeah, it's position. RIP. Okay, let's just actually exit out of here then. I think it's gonna crash. Okay, well, let it run then. Okay. And then let's actually put this. Oh, no light up. Oh, it doesn't light up. Does it light up here? Oh, it does here. Weird. Did I not spell position right? Okay, well, let's see what happens. Self.enemy position. All right. If position doesn't work, what else can we do in terms of a 0.2? Why don't we just, you know, I'm gonna ask Copilot after that. Seems like a simple thing I shouldn't have to ask Copilot, but whatever. So, for the sake of time. What happens? All right. Sees the enemy unit. All right, ends up crashing. Okay, what if I go game info center? Go to a different side of the map. So instead of map center, Can I go other places? Ooh, vision blockers. Can I do that? Is that a 0.2? Okay, let's see what happens. I don't know what that does, but I'm kind of good if you can just go to the vision blockers, but that's kind of where we're going anyways. Still crashes. Okay, let's try somewhere else. Name of the player start location. Do I have to do? Does that have to be a location with? It doesn't say if it has to be 0. Let's try this again. Let's try this. That sounds like it could be it. Player start location. Pretty on board with player start location. Nope, let's open up the other window. Huh. Okay, let's test something. Because I tested my logic. Maybe they're in conflict. It shouldn't be though. Let's try this. Let's change. Let's see if it crashes right on the beginning. Oops. Self.game. Oh. Let's see if this works. You know, I should have just... Okay, let's see if this works, because we tested the logic. The logic is fine. It's the location it doesn't like. Okay, so yeah, the target is a problem. What if we are... Let's not pass this target. Let's actually remove... Whoops. Let's remove this target from what it's passing. Let's not pass anything. Instead, let's do that. Then let's go back to where we were. Let's go map center like we had before. Then let's try a different location. No, let's go with what we had. Actually, why don't we go start location position. I think this is it, boys. Then let's actually print. Let's make sure we're getting a 0.2. Print target. Do that. Let's try that. Okay, I feel good about that. Let's see what that does. Ooh. Rough. Okay, so it does need, so I do need to pass the target in. Okay. You are the best, Dyson. All right. Dyson is reminding me, and he is correct, because I do have a cutoff. I have a meeting. I have a meeting in 30 minutes, and I have to eat dinner before that meeting. If I go over, I will not eat, and it would be a bad meeting. So I'm gonna run one more. Sorry, two more. Because it's not 7 o'clock just yet, or just turned 7 o'clock. I always hate leaving code that's broken. So I think adding that position might make it good. Let's find out. Let's see. I hate leaving code broken. Let's see. Okay, it's loaded. Good news. Sees an enemy. Okay, it runs away. Okay, so we're gonna actually, I'm gonna comment that part out, because it does require some time, I think, to kind of debug this. Let's see if we can figure out why it wasn't commenting before. Why wasn't it commenting before? That's weird. Am I missing something? Should comment, no? Perhaps it's that should work. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Why is that not commenting? It's really weird. I missed. Can I just shoot? That's weird. Commented before. Oops. Ah! What did I just do? Weird. Huh. I commented it out. I don't know why. Oh, I always feel like I'm coding for the very first time. I've done commenting before. It's not like I don't know how to comment. I don't know why. I don't know how to comment that time. Really weird. I don't want to delete it because that's what I'm working on. So I feel like, all right, you know what? This could be silly. Copilot. Oh, wait, I actually don't have to do that. I could do Copilot. Okay, that's not what I was. That's weird. Discard. I don't know why. Comment. Oh, this section. Fine, whatever. Oh, that's odd. Oh, I see. That's weird. Why is it commenting everything? Really odd. I only wanted you to comment this section. Whatever, I'll do it myself then. I'll try again. I just realized I'm still... Here I am, tinkering around with commenting. Comment it out. Thank you. Jesus. Oh my god. Fuck it. I'll just do it myself. Never send an AI to do a person's job. Even when it's just commenting. The struggle was so real. Okay. And then I'm gonna make a note for myself. Fix this logic. Fix this logic to make the scout react when it sees an enemy. Okay. Yeah. That should be it. Okay. Yeah, I struggled just to get my commenting working, and it shouldn't have been. That was like an ordeal. Anyways, let's push that as a commit. Actually, before we go, I'd like to. What happened to my terminal? What happened here? Let's clear what's going on in this terminal. Start a new terminal. Nope, that's the wrong terminal. Terminal, new terminal. And then double check, make sure it's running before we leave it. Then let's comment. Worked on logic for scout enemy detection. All right, let's see how this is before. Okay, it's back to working, which is fine. Not working, but it's not crashing. I hate leaving it when it's crashed. Okay, we're finishing relatively on time. Definitely earlier than normal. Okay, so that was this week's stream. Next week we'll get back into it. We'll finish off our goal, and we'll start reacting to the map, fix our scout, all that good stuff. So be back here 5:30 p.m. Eastern, right here for assembly. If you would like to join the assembly events, you want to be either the pilot or the navigator. If you don't know Python, you'll figure it out. Don't worry, we'll figure it out together. Where we rotate, you can join our versus AI membership, Probots AI membership. Jump in the join. If not, come here, be in the mob. That's cool. No worries. As well, subscribe for more of when we go live or when we're doing something. You know, just subscribe for that. Okay, and that's it. I hope you guys had a good time. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you watched me learn something. And I'll see you guys next week. We'll get back to right where we were. Yeah, actually, and I don't know how long it'll take, but let's hey, that's it. We're building this bot together. Cool. And by the time this bot's done, man, I think we should have a party. We should have when this bot's done and it's on the ladder, we're gonna have like a little champagne party, maybe champagne. It's a little party. You know, when a boat, when a boat gets released and you hit the bottle of the bottle on the boat's thing as it goes into the water. Do something similar to that for this bot. Anyways, for now, I will see you guys next week. I have a meeting, so I should actually go. All right. Bye.